specialty is custom ordered upholstery. Get the furniture you want in the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake. At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want in the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake. At Room to Room, did you know our specialty is custom ordered upholstery? Get the furniture you want in the fabric and color selection you want. With our free design service, we won't let you make a mistake.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning again. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning at 7 a.m. I am your meteorologist, Maggie McCauley. Still tracking rain out there. Take a look at Mississippi Live Weather Doppler radar, still seeing rain across the area, at least a majority of us seeing some rain. The farther east you are, closer to Alabama, maybe not so, but places like Oxford, down into Grenada, over in the Delta, Clarksdale, Cleveland, Greenwood, still seeing the heaviest pockets of rain right now. Let me zoom in and show you exactly where we're looking at the heaviest pockets as this does make its way through into North Mississippi. It's going to continue to move in. Right now, heaviest pockets sitting along, again, Greenwood, just north of Greenwood as well. Clarksdale seeing some heavier pockets. Winona not out of that as well. Again, Vaden still seeing some of that. So if you're traveling along 82 from Greenwood, maybe to Eupora this morning, just know you're going to be expectant to see some rain that could be on the moderate to heavy side at times, all due to the system that we're tracking that's continuing to inch its way closer into North Mississippi. You can see this low pressure system, warm front along it. As this warm front continues to drape across the state and move in, it's going to bring in these showers as well. You can see these training showers and storms from places like Wichita, Kansas, Oklahoma, stretching across the state of Arkansas and pouring into North Mississippi. That's going to be the story for your day ahead. Let me put that into motion to show you what I'm talking about. This system's going to continue to inch in. It is going to be passing through a little bit further south, so not as much rain as we expected yesterday, but still a pretty rainy day ahead. Even some of those showers hanging on out there for your Friday morning, but you can see this is Friday at 7:30. A majority of activity is actually going to be sitting to our south on Friday. But here's the thing, if you plan on traveling to Jackson early on Friday, you're still going to be running into that rain. Same story, Shreveport and Monroe, Louisiana, dealing with that early on Friday. Temperatures right now, warmer than they were yesterday. We started out in the 50s yesterday. We saw some low temperature records break, which is really cool for this time of year. Don't see that too often. Now, just an entirely different story. Region-wide, we're all warmer. Even 67 up in Memphis, 64 here over in Lee County, 64 over in Oktibbeha County, 68 down in Meridian, 70s expected across Louisiana down into Jackson. So definitely a warmer morning out there overall. That's really been the story. Let me show you some ground truth from our camera network, brought to us by North Mississippi Storm Tracers. Thank you for sharing that with us. Nice, or not necessarily nice conditions, but nice to see a little bit of wind blowing that flag out there. You could see that on radar. They were over in Cleveland. They are getting some rain. Temperatures in the 60s. Lots of clouds as well. So that's a live look down in Cleveland. Let me show you another look of rain over in Greenville. Now, the heaviest really rain over there is sitting south of the city, but you can see on clouds, lots of clouds out there, thick cloud cover out there this morning, keeping our temperatures again capped in the 60s and 70s for some. Here's what I want you to know. If you're sending your kids off to school this morning, pack the rain gear for them, okay? We're looking at rain for some of us at pickup, a lot more of us at drop-off time. So temperatures right now going to be in the 60s as you're headed out for majority of the morning hours. We'll turn into the middle to upper 70s for drop-off. And again, rain chances really become more widespread as we head into your afternoon hours. So I just encourage you, if you're headed out for work, you're sending your kids off as well, you're going to want to have that rain gear handy, especially maybe the umbrella in your car or bring it into work with you, because you're probably going to be dealing with it in the afternoon. even if you're not dealing with it this morning. So that's look at your school bus forecast out there for today. As we go into the next 60 seconds, I am going to be talking about what you can expect for Friday night football games. If this rain is going to be hanging on or not, we'll have a full look at that forecast and a look at your future cast as well. We'll be taking it hour by hour of what you can expect out there from Thursday into Friday, and a full look at your Labor Day weekend forecast as well. I know a lot of us have plans, so we'll take a look at that coming up.
Your family deserves the most beautiful smile possible. At Tupelo Smiles, we use precision dentistry and advanced technology to make visiting the dentist an amazing experience. Relationship-based comprehensive care. Come discover the difference at Tupelo Smiles.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McCauley.
Hey, back with you. Welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather this morning at 7:05 a.m. Glad you're waking up with us. Let's talk about your full forecast, shall we? Overall setup today, we're watching that system that I showed you over the last few minutes. This is going to be bringing rainfall into a good portion of the central United States, from the plains down into Arkansas, Louisiana, and then eventually making its way here in North Mississippi as well, even into Alabama. So lots of moisture happening across the central United States, and that's just going to be pouring into our area as we head over the next few hours. So that's what we're looking at today. Some of us dealing with some rain, some of us dealing with just a lot of clouds this morning. This is a look over in Panola County and Batesville, Mississippi. Temperatures in the 60s, warmer than yesterday, still nice out there if you have any plans, but lots of clouds out there and some rain expected as well. So maybe make them some indoor plans for your day ahead. Let's take a look at Doppler radar before we move on. Again, lots of rain across the state this morning, mainly the heaviest pockets out into the Delta. So Greenwood up into Clarksdale dealing with that. Also along 55, Panola County down into Grenada County, even Atala County, the edges of that seeing some rain. Further east you are, the less rain you are seeing. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of some spot showers happening in Lee County, just enough to make you have to put your windshield wipers on. But again, majority of activity hasn't hit that area yet. However, it's going to. As for today, rainy day ahead, temperatures in the upper 70s. So a little bit of a cooler day due to all those clouds and rain. So still cool out there. And again, rain is going to be the primary thing we're going to be talking about for your day ahead. So let's take it hour by hour. If you have any plans, this is why I say you should pack the rain gear. Take a look at this. It's Thursday at 9 a.m. So in a few hours, rain's going to continue to pour in. Heaviest portion of that rain, though, hasn't hit the state yet. Still going to be in places like central Arkansas, crossing over the Mississippi River. We had noon and on, that's going to be inching closer. So over in the Delta, Clarksdale to Cleveland, dealing with that heavy rain at noon, more of that rain pouring in. So if you have any noon plans, wouldn't necessarily take them outdoors. Watch as we head into the afternoon. I know we have a lot of practices happening today because we have Friday night football games and things of that nature. Just know you're probably going to be dealing with some rain, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to be dealing with some thunderstorms as well. So some lightning in the area could delay your practices, could delay some games if you have those going on today, because this is going to be the majority of the area at 4, 5, 6 o'clock going to be getting rain. I think that's our primary timeline of that more widespread rain. Here's the good news, though, as we head later in the evening, so 10, 11 o'clock, we're seeing less rain over the area because of this warm front. It's going to be pushing further south. So the further it gets away from us, the further the rain's going. Okay. So that's going to be making its way out of the area. Some good news. However, I wouldn't be surprised if some spot showers still hang on for your Friday morning. So if you're headed out, got that early morning commute, the further south you are. So I'm thinking south of the Golden Triangle region, Atala County, over into Greenville, Kosciuszko, Louisville, Macon, Aliceville, probably still dealing with some showers out there. Light activity for the most part, but a lot of us dealing with some clearing cloud cover. And take a look at the back half of your Friday. I think Friday night football games going to be good to go. So that's really some good news out there. I'll continue to monitor that. But the back half of Friday really looking good. Flash flood threat does remain less today than I thought it was going to be yesterday morning. So that's some good news. Take a look at your flash flood threat today. A slight risk extending from places like Oklahoma, Kansas into Louisiana, good part of the state of Arkansas, and then trying to stretch into North Mississippi. But this has shifted from yesterday, and that's because our rain totals and our heaviest rain has shifted from yesterday as well. I'll show you that in a minute. But this has really changed. The slight risk has shifted a little bit farther south. It did include more of the state of Arkansas. It did push into more of North Mississippi. That's not the case now. It's again shifted further to our south because the heaviest of those rain totals has also shifted farther south. Take a look at this forecasted rain over really the next few days. We thought those 2 to 3 inch marks were going to be from Clarksdale, Cleveland, Greenwood, stretching to places like Grenada County, going into Atala County as well. Here's the thing. These are really going to be now sitting further to our south. Heaviest rain is now going to be sitting further to our south. So that's good news. It diminishes that flash flood threat that we thought we were possibly going to be dealing with. However, if you do live in places like Kosciuszko and Louisville, you still could see up to 2 to 3 inches and some heavy rain out of this. So I still encourage you, if you live in those areas, avoid those roadways are easily flooded over the next few days. The further you get away from the south of our area, so the further really you go to the Tennessee state line, I think the less rain you're going to be seeing because you are going to be further away from the system pushing through. I think the system is really going to be tracking south of central Arkansas, so more in the southern half of the state of Arkansas, shifting into the Delta and then continuing to pass south of our region. So as long as you're closer to that system, you're going to be dealing with a little bit more rain. And that's the same story for tomorrow. This is the good news I have about your Friday night football games. That system, again, going to be sitting to our south tomorrow. So that flash flood threat remains to our south as well. Still in places like North Louisiana, into more of the central southern part of the state. Jackson Meridian still dealing with that. But again, it's continuing to inch out of our area. So I think Friday night football game is going to be good to go. If you have anything going on even before the game, about a 20% chance I am going to be keeping in there because we are still close to that system. And the further south you are, the more likely you are of seeing maybe a passing shower or two. But the good news is really it's not going to be too impactful like it would be if you had games going on today. So that's good news. 70s expected out there for your pregame, all through your halftime final snap as well. Temperature is going to be falling into the upper 60s. Overall, I think it's going to be a nice night for Friday night football. And Amory at Pontotoc, hey, Matt's going to be there, so make sure to watch out for him. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast for North Mississippi. Let's take a look at the next 7 days. Temperatures on your Thursday going to be in the upper 70s today. Then we continue with that warm up. So, hey, if you like these nice cool conditions, hang on to the next few days, even through Labor Day weekend. I think temperature is going to be in the middle 80s. I will say models did trend up a little bit today. So I kind of hung on to a little bit less than that. So we're going to continue to monitor that. You'll have to check up with the forecast tonight as well to see if Matt or Gabe trend those numbers upward. But it's looking a little bit warmer as we head into Labor Day weekend, middle to even upper 80s for some portions of North Mississippi. About a 20% chance. I think maybe a few showers could linger out there. I think the majority of all of those days is going to be dry. So if you got any plans, I think you're good to go. Going into next week, that's when we really start to see that warm up. So Tuesday and Wednesday, those low 80s that we've seen, those nice conditions turn into upper 80s, even near 90 degrees. Let me give you one more look at live weather Doppler radar before we head out. Here's a look at what's going on right now. We're seeing rain again across North Mississippi. The majority of that rain actually sitting in northwest Mississippi, up and down 55. The Delta dealing with that as well from Clarksdale, Greenwood. Again, Atala County getting in on more of that rain. That's going to continue to inch into North Mississippi as we head over the next few hours. So again, keep your rain gear handy today. I'll have a more updated forecast for you and a live look at what all is going to be happening over your next few hours. Coming up at our last broadcast at Mississippi Live Weather at 7:30 a.m. You'll want to join in. I'll give you a new look at what's going on Mississippi Live Weather Doppler radar on your Thursday and a last look at that 7-day forecast as well. So make sure to tune in really in the next 20 minutes.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.